Hi everyone, if you want to make sure that you get that promotion next year, then you're going to need to master some new skills. So, these are the 12 skills of Christmas. So number one, raise your personal authority, and you can do that really simply. Instead of saying, I think something should be done like this, instead say, look, in my experience, or last time I did this, this is when it worked best. That subliminally tells people that you know what you're talking about. You've got experience, and you've got experience that counts. So, skill number two, use stronger language. Start to eliminate the weaker words from your language. Words like maybe and hopefully and seems a little bit like. These are weak words that don't really carry much power. Change them instead to stronger words like I'm sure that, by now you will, as you can see here, this clearly says. So that you are again increasing your presence and increasing your personal power. Skill number three, own your success. Often when I talk to people about the things that they've done in the past that have worked really well, they don't always own that success. They often talk about we, or they, or the team has a success. And whilst that's absolutely true, what people don't often do is own the bit that they contributed to that. And so that's my next bit of advice here, is talk about the things that you have done that have contributed to the success of this, and own it. Use I language. Okay, and skill four, when you're talking about your success, talk about your success using business language. Know what it is that your department or team or company are trying to achieve. What's the company's strategy? And can you align the things that you've done that are successful in your recent past with company strategy, and talk about your successes in those terms, so that anyone listening to you can hear that you know where the company is heading and you're part of that journey as well. It's called line of sight, and it's making sure that the things that we do align with the things that our organization think are important. So skill number five is know who you're talking to and match their style. And I like to think of these in the most simplest terms in four ways. Either someone likes a lot of detail, or they don't and they like it brief. Either someone is quite reserved and not particularly chatty, or they can tend to be very chatty. So recognize who it is that you're speaking to, at least in those four ways, and tailor your style to match theirs. You'll have a much better connection with them, and you'll be much more influential. So skill six, when you are talking about your successes, don't just leave it there. Always ask for more. So for example, if you are telling your manager about one of the key things that you've done on a recent project, ask if you can have 10 minutes at the next leadership team meeting so that you can tell other leaders about some of the key things that you've done here, so that other departments can benefit from the things that you've done. You'll be raising your profile, and your company or other departments are going to be able to leverage from your success. Okay, skill number seven, sound interested and speak with conviction. I work with a lot of people who, when they're talking about these amazing things that they've done, they don't particularly sound interested in them. If you don't sound interested, no one else will be. And make sure you speak with conviction. Again, I hear a lot of people speaking and their sentences go up at the end, and it doesn't really sound like they're sure about what they're talking about. Make sure your sentences go down at the end. It will really sound like you mean it, and it will really give you conviction. Skill number 8 is an obvious one, and unlike me right now, you need to make sure that you dress according to the image you want to convey. I work with a lot of people who don't even know that their shirt's hanging out or have their hair hanging down over their face. Make sure that you are self-aware and you know what you look like at all times. One other tip that I would advise is that you dress one up from the norm. So for example, if your company wears chinos and shirts, for example, well, you wear chinos, shirt and a jacket. And if your workplace is a startup and things are pretty casual, people will wear jeans and t-shirts, well, wear jeans and a shirt. This is about standing out from the crowd. Skill number 9, find opportunities to be visible. You want to make sure that you're noticed for the right reasons. So find opportunities to talk at team meetings, for example. Own a part of the agenda. Next time you've got a success behind you, why don't you ask to speak at the next managers meeting? Make sure that you've got time on the agenda to talk about your successes. You're not going to be noticed unless you make yourself noticed. Nobody drops opportunities in your lap. You've got to find them. Skill number 10 is an old favorite. Don't come to me with problems, come to me with solutions. Things go wrong, of course they do, and we all make mistakes. But what I would want to do is to promote somebody who is known as a problem solver. Somebody who, when something goes wrong, they find a solution and they either fix it or come to me with a solution in mind. That shows someone who can think for themselves. So skill number 11, I don't have enough fingers left. Make sure, just like Santa makes a list and checks it twice, don't send emails before you've checked them. Read through and give them a sense check. Don't rely on spell checker to pick up your spelling mistakes, because you know it doesn't always. Make sure that you check your emails for spelling mistakes too. Nobody is going to promote somebody who doesn't have attention to detail. So finally, skill number 12 is my favorite of all time. Make sure you get to meetings early. There's so many benefits to doing this. It means that you can start to network with other people who arrive early. Maybe it's the leader of the meeting. Maybe it's other key people that have attended. Start to be known for getting to meetings early. Get your name out there. Talk about the things that you've done that are successful in the ways that I've shared with you in this video. And make sure that you are increasing your visibility and that when you're not in the room, people are then talking about you for the right reasons. So if you can master those 12 skills this Christmas, it will really increase your chances of getting that promotion next year, and I wish you the best of luck. Follow us on social media if you like this video, and all that's left for me to say is have a really Merry Christmas and a very successful next year. Bye.